And we're back with part 2 of A Moon-Shaped Pool. Where we left off in part 1, we listened to Glass Eyes, which was great. And yeah, I am just going to continue. Next song, Identikit. Let's see how it transitions from Glass Eyes. Ooh. The flow of this album is absolutely incredible. I love how much of a focus there's been on the drums so far on this album. Like, songs like Full Stop and Desert Island Disc, well, that one section, Desert Island Disc, where the drums are just at the forefront. I think it works really well, especially with the very dreary, spacey sound they're going for. Having the drums be at the center of these tracks works very well. Especially with how well they're recorded. I love the way that the backing vocals sort of continue a little bit as the lead vocals come in, and then they keep like coming in and out as well. That's one of the best sections in any Radiohead song right there. Oh my god, dude. It's just... It takes you completely by surprise. And it's so good. The way it switches from the guitars to the synths. The way it goes from Tom York's vocals to the incredible sounding choir vocals. Oh my god. It's so good. This album feels to me like a mix of everything that came before it put into one thing, but all of the best elements of what came before it. It has a lot of the grand spectacle that albums like OK Computer and Kid A did. It has a lot of the very intimate, emotional lyrics that the Bends and In Rainbows did. It incorporates some of the politics of Hail to the Thief. Has a lot of the electronic ideas from Amnesiac and The King of Limbs. Like, it is blending all of the best things of their previous work all into one album, and it's so incredible. And the fact that these are all, like, mostly pre-existing songs that are being remade into album versions as well, it really adds to that. It's just so good. And it's so weird that I say that too, because I also think this is the most unique Radiohead album. It's definitely the slowest and the softest. Like, you compare this to any of their other albums and there's nothing like it. But it's also incorporating so many elements of their older stuff. And it ends with that low frequency. Oh my god. This album is draining me so much. It's so depressing, but it's so good. The instrumental here is incredible. The orchestral elements that are implemented throughout it are so good. The production on this song is amazing. All of the crazy spacey sounds they have going on here and the way things are panned, especially at the end there with the two guitars sort of like battling for dominance over the song. Everything about this is perfect. I have zero complaints. This song's a 10. Again, it feels like a mix of all of their older stuff, but all of the best elements, and it's being put together to create something entirely new. It's just incredible. It's incredible. I'm just gonna move on to the next track. The numbers, that's it. I couldn't remember if it was present tense first or the numbers. I really love that intro, honestly. I really love it how it starts off really glitchy. It sounds like recordings of just people talking that are in there. They're just being like interpolated and messed with to create instrumental sounds mixed with all these like really great electronics they got going on in there. It was a very strong intro, and the way the guitar just comes in with the drums there, it sounds great. Shares this understanding. See the moon smiling. We're not at the mercy of your shimmers and spells. I will say, while I absolutely love the sound of this song, this is the first one where the lyrics aren't really connecting all that much. I mean, you can tell it's a politically charged song here, and there are theories online that it's maybe a climate change song. I don't really pull that from the lyrics. I mean, it's clearly pointing at something political, but it's not pointed enough, I guess. I wish it was a little more focused and a little more direct with what it's addressing here. Ooh, great vocals though. It's not so like, you see what I mean, dude? Even when I'm not connecting with the lyrics, the sound is just absolutely overwhelming. It kind of doesn't matter that the lyrics aren't really connecting with me here, because they do such a good job with this spacey sound that slowly builds and just slowly gets more and more intense as it goes along. That's all I really focus on with this song. Even when I'm not connecting with the lyrics, the sound does more than enough to make up for it. Incredible string arrangement, as always. Incredible outro too. It slowly builds and builds, and then just slowly sets you down right at the end. And then it doesn't even just end on that crescendo there. It gives you another 30 seconds of this absolutely immaculate instrumental. That is the first song where I have anything even close to a complaint. I just wish the lyrics were a little more direct. If the lyrics were a little more pointed and a little more, I guess, directed at what the song was trying to focus on. I can't tell if it's talking about an oppressive power or climate change or something like that. It just isn't very clear. And I think the song is just a tiny bit too long. It could have been shortened to 5 minutes instead of 5 minutes and 45 seconds. But besides that, this thing's perfect. Instrumental, one of the best on the whole album. Vocal performance, absolutely incredible. The string arrangement on this song, particularly towards the end, is one of the absolute best on any Radiohead song. I'm feeling a 9 on this track. Listen, 8 songs in to get the first song that isn't a perfect 10 and it still gets a 9. That's pretty amazing. Listen, when the worst song up to this point, 8 songs in, is still a 9 out of 10, that's clearly you're doing something right. I'm just going to move on to the next song, Present Tense. Again, the mix of sounds on this album, the amount of different sounds they go through is incredible. This song is basically a pop song. It's using mainly pop chords. It has a very poppy melody to it with the guitar here and the drums. Present Tense is kind of a pop song, but they do it in a way that fits so well, and they add their own unique flair to it. The recording of this is so good. I love the writing here, dude. I guess he's saying this dance is like a weapon of self-defense against the present tense. I guess that's his way of saying, like, his relationship with this person, I'm assuming it's referring to his split with his wife. His relationship with her was like his way of defending himself from his very depressive state of mind. And now that that's gone, that defense is now no longer there. I think this is, again, the best way of going about it. This album is written perfectly. Like, even these echoes are adding to the intensity and insanity of this song. Like, even, like, the other thing that works so well about all these songs is how good the imagery is. Like, every song just paints such a vivid picture of what it wants you to envision when you listen to it. Like, this song, he's talking about the world crashing around him while he's dancing. On a song like The Numbers, he's talking about a riot and people revolting and stuff like that. Every single song has something like that, where it just creates an image of what it wants the song to be, and it's so incredible, dude. Oh, those choir vocals are adding so much here. Again, the writing is doing so much in terms of, like, addressing the concept here. Like, he's talking about the loss of this relationship, saying he doesn't want to give up on it. Like, I won't turn around when the penny drops. I won't stop now. I won't slack off. I guess this is the next verse after that is sort of his acceptance of that. He's saying all this love has been in vain. Like, he almost regrets it at this point. It's such a, like, blunt way of talking about it, but it works so well. It pushes the song forward so well. You know, the lyrical content of this song kind of reminds me of In Rainbows. Like, this song feels like it fit right in Rainbows, dude. Oh, and it ends with the drums here, dude. The range of sound on this album is so good. This song literally is essentially a pop song. Mostly pop chords. It has a thing, like the thing going on with the drums with, like, the brush and like the toms staying consistent. That's legit sounds like it's right out of a pop song. But they add their own unique sound to it. They add their own unique elements and they build around it and create something that fits in with this album. The writing is so direct here. It's definitely the most focused song on the album. Like, it's the song that addresses the actual real life context the most directly, and I think it is perfect. This song is a 10. The song is absolutely incredible. I have zero complaints about it whatsoever, dude. It's so good. It's like 5 minutes, and it doesn't feel like it either. This album is filled with so many, like, longer songs that just fly by. Alright, next track, Tinker Tailor Soldier Sailor. Okay, I'm gonna spoil my thoughts on the song a little bit. I'm not crazy on this song. I feel like most Radiohead fans agree that this is the worst song on the album. It has grown on me over time. It used to be like a 4 out of 10, but at this point the song has grown to me to be around like the 5.5 to 6 range. I think it sounds fine. I like the vocals on here. I like some of the instrumental ideas, but it just doesn't really come together all that well for me. I think it's a little boring in comparison to the other songs as well. Did I notice that all the tracks on this album are on alphabetical order? Wait, are they? Burn the Witch, Daydreaming, Dex Dark, Desert Islanders, Full Stop, that side. Oh! Wait, hold on, the numbers in present tense aren't, though. The numbers should come just before True Love Waits. Wait, no, just before Tinker Tailor. If present tense and the numbers were switched around, that would be the case. Again, there are lots of elements of this song that I think work very well. Like this instrumental, for the most part, sounds incredible. I just wish this song was just a little quicker. This is the only song that I feel is a little too slow. I do really like the way it builds in the second half here though, particularly the strings. The song's kind of growing on me right now, I'm not gonna lie, this second half is really good. I do wish the outro was a bit shorter, but it sounds nice. Like a 2-minute outro is a bit much, but I think that the sound here is good enough to, make me not care about it that much. It all just sinks out there and just leaves you with this sound that leads into True Love Waits. Okay, before it transitions into True Love Waits. That song has honestly grown on me, like, a decent bit. I think the first half is still a little slow. I do wish this song was a little quicker. I think it does drag a little bit. But as you get into the second half and the instrumental starts to build, everything clicks. I wish the first half was a little stronger, Second half, absolutely incredible. I think sounds so good. String arrangement in particular is incredible, like the strings have been on all of these songs so far. I'd give the song a 7. I think this song is a solid 7. It's if my least favourite song on the album is a 7 when most of the songs on here are 10s, then they're still clearly doing something right. I do wish the song was just a little more immediate and didn't drag on so much. I am just going to move on to the final song in the whole Radiohead series so far. It's True Love Waits. It's got this incredible transition. As I said earlier, this album is comprised mainly of older songs that were never released being reworked for the album, and this song is the oldest song on the album. It was originally recorded in 1996 when they were, I think, touring for the Bends. They brought the song out, played it live a couple times, and it sounded completely different. It was like an acoustic guitar. It was much more fast-paced, and it was kind of like an upbeat love song, I guess, but now it's been completely transformed due to the context to be this, and it is an absolutely incredible way to end off this album. The final album, the final song on their latest album, it's 20 years old. It is the 100th song in their main album catalog. This song is just like the perfect way to close this album. It's actually brilliant. Even on this song, they can't just have it be a straight piano. They have to add so many incredible effects that add to the very dark, dreary atmosphere of this song. It's gorgeous. It's incredible. And that was the Radiohead discography. Okay, I'm going to talk about the song first. That is absolutely, hands down, the best way this album could have ended. On the most soft, slow, depressing note possible. No happy ending, no even glimmer of hope at the end of the song. It is just, here you go, here is the saddest song we've ever made. Done, album over, we'll see you in 10 years. Oh my god. The fact that that song took 20 years to be released, and then they put it in the best context possible as the final song on this album. They completely changed the sound of it. They completely changed the context of it. Firstly, the song is a 10. Like, I don't have to tell you that this song is absolutely perfect. The most soul-crushing vocal performance, truly depressing lyrics, the most, I guess, lifeless in the best way possible sound. This song is just purely sad. There is no glimmer of hope. There's no cool experimental edge to it. It is just an honest statement to close off this album, and maybe even close off their discography. We don't know if there's going to be an LP10. We don't know yet. It's been 7 years since this album came out. That was a Moon-Shaped Pool. This album is slow. It is soft. It is sad. It is honest. It is all of the best elements of their earlier discography put into one album to create something entirely new and unique. I am going to add up my scores, and then I'm going to tell you my overall score for this album. Probably one of the most beautiful separation albums out there, absolutely. This is, like, up there with A Crow Looked at Me for one of the saddest albums of all time. Like, this, A Crow Looked at Me, and Black Star by David Bowie are all easily, like, top 3 saddest albums of all time, honestly. Okay, I am feeling a 9.6 out of 10 on this album. What a solid, incredible way to close out the Radiohead series. Damn, yeah, this album is damn near perfect. If Tinker Tailor wasn't on this album, if it just went the numbers, present tense, true love waits, this album would be a 10. I just want that to be out there. This album would be a 10. But, yeah. That's been the Radiohead discography. Thank you all so much for watching this video and this series. Make sure you like, subscribe, share the video around. 1,000 subs by February and I'll go bold. Watch the whole Radiohead series back. Watch all of my other content that's going to be coming out soon. Let me know what albums you want me to listen to now that the series is over. And, yeah, I will see you whenever I next upload, which should hopefully be soon. Yeah, that's about it. Goodbye.